Hello, good night, welcome. Alright, I will not waste much time. I am gonna just proceed to doing some math. Alright. So I wanted to start with some solving of algebraic equations, and we want to understand the difference between an equation and an expression. An equation is one which has an equal sign. It has to have like 4 plus n equals 5. While an expression, there's no equal sign for an expression. An expression, you just have like 2n plus 4. There's no equal. You're not solving for anything. With an expression, you only can simplify, but you won't solve. All right, so we're going to get into it. So now that we have an understanding of what's an equation and what's an expression, let me show you an example. So for an equation, as I said, it is something with an equal sign. So you have 5 plus n is equal to 6. With this equation, it simply means you're solving. You're going to solve. And remember, this is an algebraic equation because it has a variable. So that's your number, that's your variable. The variable is represented by any letter. Now, in this case, for this equation, we will solve for n. But for an expression, so an expression would be like 5n plus 4. With the expression, you're not asked to solve anything. You're just going to be asked to simplify, right? So an expression, you're only asked to simplify, but the equation you're solving. Hi, Raymond. Thank you for joining in. I'm just going straight to the point with this video. I mean, persons can like watch after, but I just want to get on with it. So I'm here explaining what's an equation and what's an expression, Raymond. So I was saying an equation is something that you're solving. You're solving for a variable. So it's either you're solving for n, you're solving for x. While an expression, you're not solving for anything. An expression, you are just trying to simplify. You're simplifying it, right? But the equation you're going to solve. Tonight we're going to be looking at equations. How do we solve equations? So we're going to look at, we can take the example from above, and we're going to look at how we would solve this equation. So we have 5n, oh, that's 6 crookedy. 5 plus n is equal to 6. Now, I want to find n. I want to get n by itself, right? How would I get n by itself? In order to get n by itself, we are going to look what is hanging onto the n. So we realize that there's a 5 here. We won't trouble the 6 because the 6 is already over this side of the equal sign. So the only thing that we are going to be really looking at is that 5. We want to get rid of this 5. When you're solving an equation, you have to look. We do the opposite when we want to get rid of something. So in this case, once we don't have a sign in front of your 5 or in front of your number, it simply means it's a positive. It's a positive number. And what is the opposite of a positive number? What do we do to get rid of a positive number? We have to subtract. that positive number, right? So that's the rule. Anything you're doing, if it's an addition, you subtract. But if it is a subtraction, you will add. And we're going to go further on into that. So in this case, it's an addition of 5, so we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. Because the rule of equation, solving an algebraic equation, is that anything you do to one side of the equation, you have to do it to the other side. Do you get that, Raymond? So if you subtract 5 from this side of the equation, you have to subtract 5 from this side as well. So in this case, we're having 5 minus 5, and that is 0, so those cancel each other. So the only thing that is left here now is n. And we're going to try to simplify this part of it. 6 take away 5 is 1. And so we know that n is equal to 1, right? And this is how we solve a very simple maths equation, because you're just trying to get rid of what is hanging onto that variable. And again, the variable is a letter. It can be n, it can be x, it can be y. Whatever you get on a paper, on an exam paper, you need to get rid of that variable, right? You need to get that variable by itself, sorry. So in this case, as I said, I'm trying to get n. And in order to get n, I look what is hanging onto the n. It's a positive 5. And in order to get rid of a positive 5, I had to subtract 5, right? Because 5 take away 5 is 0. And so we'll get rid of that 5 on this side. But if we subtract 5 from here, where would it go? It had to go somewhere. So that is why the rule says if you subtract 5 on this side, you have to subtract 5 on this side. And so 6 take away 5 is 1. And so now we have n equal 1. So we just solved this algebraic equation. Now, can we check to see if we're correct? Of course we can. So we have 5. And we now know that n is equal to what? 1. So we can plug that 1 in, right? Because n is equal to 1. And remember, our equation says 5 plus n is equal to 6. No. 5 plus 1 is what? 6. And is 6 equal to 6? Yes. And this is a way that we can check to see if we have this luck. This is a way that we can check to see if our answer, when we get our answer for the particular variable, we can check to see if that variable does fit inside the equation to make it true. So in this case, 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, and 6 is equal to 6. So it's a true statement. That means n is actually equal to 1. Do you get it? All right. So we're going to be looking at one more, or I'm going to be giving one for you to try, Raymond. So we're going to have, say, 7 plus x is equal to 9. And remember, 7 plus x equal to 9, and you are asked to solve this equation. So in solving, again, remember you're trying to get that variable by itself. We want to get x by itself. So try to get x by itself. You can pause and you can try to do it. And then tell me what you get for your answer. Giving you 30 seconds. Great job, Raymond. So you see, as you look at these simple problems, we can figure out what x is, what the variable is, because let us try to do it and see if x is equal to 2. All right. So we have 7 plus x is equal to 9. And again, we have to try to get x by itself. When we look, this is an addition of 7. Remember, when you have no number, no sign in front of your number, it is an addition. So in this case, it's an addition of 7. In order to get rid of this addition of 7, we have to subtract 7 on both sides because we have to make the equation balance. And in order to make the equation balance, we have to do anything we do to one side, we have to do it to the other. Hold on a second, let me set this camera. So now we have 7, take away 7, that's 0, that's gone. So we have x, and now we're going to try to say 9 take away 7 is equal to 2. And so x is equal to 2. So yes, Raymond, you are indeed correct. X is equal to 2. Hi, Sushi. Thank you for joining in. Come on. What do you mean, oh Lord, math? It's not that bad. Please remember to like up the live and share me out. I'm not gonna stay long anyway, but I just wanted to go through a few of the stuff. All right, so yes, x is equal to 2, Raymond. So let us check to see if indeed x is equal to 2. So we're gonna write back the problem. So we had 7 plus x is equal to 9. And we figure out that x is equal to 2 after we solve. So let us check to see if it is indeed equal to 2. So it's going to be 7. We know that x is a positive 2, so we're going to write that back. And is equal to 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. Is 9 equal to 9? Yes. And so that is a true statement. So once you have both sides of the equation being equal to each other, then it is, yeah, it is easy. And we're going to step it up a notch soon, all right? So yes, once you have like, you're given a problem, 7 plus x equal to 9. Some persons will see easily that, yes, this must be 2, right? Because you're going to take only number there that you can add to 7 to make it 9 is 2. But what when you get some problems that you are getting like 3, 4 variables within the problem? How can we move to that? But before I go there, let us try some subtraction. We're going to try to subtract some and see if we're going to get the answers the same way. So it's not, no. Once you understand the concept, Sushi, you'll be good. You'll be fine. All right, so let's look at this one. Supposing we had, 2 take away. I don't want to put the x to make the x take away. So let me write x at the front. So let us say x minus 2 is equal to 5. Now, this is a very simple one as well, right? But what's the proper way? Supposing they ask you on an exam to show the step. What's your step? Which step would you take to solve this equation? So the step that you will take to solve this equation is that when you look at x minus 2 is equal to 5, some persons are very quick at this. They will say, oh, it looks like this, right? But let us see what's the step. Again, the step is once you have, hi Tammy, thank you for coming in. The step is that if you have a subtraction of 2 and we need the variable by itself, what's the opposite of subtracting? The opposite of subtracting is what? Remember, for addition, the opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So these are things that we have to remember when we're doing algebra. So in this case, we have x take away 2 is equal to 5. And in order to get x by itself, we have to do the opposite of taking away 2. So when we look at this, the opposite of take away again is addition. So we're going to add 2. And anything we do to one side, we have to do it to the other, right? I'm seeing your comments, Sushi. Stop making me laugh. All right, so we're going to be canceling because negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So that is gone. That has been eliminated. And we are having x remaining on this side of the equation. Now we're going to be adding 5 plus 2 is equal to what? 7. And so x is equal to 7. No, man, you're going on fine, Sushi. It's an error. All right, so x is equal to 7. Let us now check to see if we are correct, because for the others that we're going to be doing, it's going to become a little bit more challenging, but I want you to get the simple ones first. So how would we know if this is correct? So we're going to plug in our x, where x is. So x is 7, of course, because we just found that. And we're going to put back the remaining of the equation. Minus 2 is equal to 5. Now, 2 from 7, we know it's 5. And is 5 equal to 5? Yes. And so our x equals 7 is a true statement. Are we good with this one? Are we ready for some to try? Guys, come on, get excited. Are we ready for some to try? All right, I'm going to be putting 2 here, and I'm going to ask you guys to try it for me, all right? It's not going to be hard yet. I'm not going to step up the pace right now. All right, so let us give you guys these 2. So number 1. X, let me give you something easy first. X plus 9 is equal to 10. That's easy. So x plus 9 is equal to 10. That's number 1. Number 2, x minus 3 is equal to 7. And our final one, number 3, 7 minus or plus. Let me put plus. I don't want to confuse it yet. 7 plus x is equal to 13. All right. Try those for me. So those 3, x plus 9 is equal to 10. What is x? X minus 3 is equal to 7. What is x? And 7 plus x is equal to 13. What is x? So I see Sushi with her answer for the first one, and Tammy. All right. For the second one, I see Sushi with hers, and for the third as well. Sushi's moving really quick on this one. Okay. Yes, Raymond. Thank you for doing it the proper way. Number 1, x equal 1. Raymond is a bright sparks, you know. All right, Tammy, what's the answer for the third one? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, Raymond. What's the third answer, Ray? I guess Sushi. Oh Lord. Raymond, okay, thank you, Raymond. So let us see if you guys are right. So x is equal to 1. Yeah, that's simple, right? Because we know we can take 9 from 10 and we get 1. And so if x is 1, 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. That makes that a true solution. For number 2, you guys had 10, which is right. We just add 3 to both sides, and that would be gone. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10, so x is equal to 10. Very good. And number 3, 7 plus x is equal to 13. We're going to subtract 7 on both sides. Or we can easily find a number that when we add it to 7, we'll get 13, right? And so x is equal to 7 from 13 is equal to 6. And so, yes, x is equal to 6. Thank you, guys. It's all bright sparks here tonight. All right, so we're going to step it up a little bit, just a little bit. Remember, I just do 1 hour. I mean, I was going for 30 minutes. But I wonder if I should do that. All right, let us step up a little bit. All right. I'm going to give you, this is example 2. Say we had 3x is equal to 9. So we're starting with baby math. We're starting with baby algebra equation, sorry. So we have 3x is equal to 9. What is x? How can we find x? No, remember he's at work. He's at work. All right, so 3x is equal to 9. Remember, in this case, you're multiplying. So x is being multiplied by 3, as you can see. I put this dot in between because I want to show you that it's being multiplied, right? Now, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. Thank you, Sushi. Oh, God, Sushi's a bright spark. So in order to get rid of this multiplication of 3, we have to divide both sides by 3, right? And so 3's will cancel and or eliminate each other. And so x is equal to what? 3 divided by 9 is 3 if you know your timetable. So yes, x is equal to 3. So how can we show that this is indeed a correct answer? Good job, Sushi. Good job, Raymond. Good job, Tammy. How can we prove that this is indeed correct? Again, 3. And we know that x is 3, so we're going to say 3 times 3 is equal to 9. And yes, it is indeed equal to 9. So that's a true statement. Can we step it up another bit? Let us see what you guys are going to do with this one. Negative 3x is equal to 12. Nothing much yet. Negative 3x is equal to 12. What is x? All right, I see Tammy and Raymond answer. Sushi, what's your answer? Oh, okay. Welcome, the numbers guy. Also, are you a math tutor as well? Because the numbers guy is on math. All right, sushi, check that again. It is 4, but what type of 4? So let us go ahead. 400. Please remember, guys, to like up the live. So let us check to see if you guys are correct. No. Hi, Keisha. Thank you for coming over. All right, so if we look at negative 3x, remember we need to get x by itself, right? Again, remember we need to get x by itself. What are we going to do? We have to identify what is happening to the x. When you look at it, you realize that the negative 3 is being multiplied by the x, right? Again, negative 3 is being multiplied by the x. And in order to get rid of a multiplication, you have to do the opposite of multiplying. What is the opposite of multiplying, guys? Big up, Indian. Welcome. I'm a bit stuffy, guys. What is the opposite of multiplying? Anybody? Thank you, British. So yes, it's dividing. And we are putting a divisor line underneath negative 3x and underneath 12 because it simply means we're going to be doing what? We want to get rid of the negative 3. And in order to get rid of the negative 3, we are going to be dividing both sides by negative 3. What happened here? We know that the negatives cancel each other, the 3's cancel each other, and so what is left here is x. And now we're going to do this part of it. 12 divided by negative 3. Please note, once you are dividing a positive by a negative, your answer will have to be a negative answer, right? Again, once you're dividing a positive number by a negative number, your answer will have to be a negative. And we know that 3 fours is 12. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. And therefore, x is equal to negative 4. So great job, Tammy and Raymond. So x is equal to negative 4. Let us try to check to see if this is indeed correct. Hi, Sasha, welcome. So it's going to be negative 3, and we just found x to be negative 4. So we're going to be multiplying that to see if we get 12. Now, this is another rule coming out. A negative multiplied by a negative is a positive. Again, negative multiply by a negative is equal to positive. And so that's one of the rules when you're solving equations, algebraic equations. You need to remember that a negative times a negative is a positive. So in this case, negative 3 times negative 4 is going to give us positive 12. We don't have to write the positive, but I'm showing you that the negative times the negative makes it a positive. And that's equal to 12. And so 12 is equal to 12. Therefore, this is a true statement. Okay, I'll consider that Indian British. All right. You have to tell me a little bit about that, how I can go about doing it. Okay, the numbers guy. So I needed to answer some of the questions as well. Welcome, Kim Son. Thank you for coming in. All right, so we're gonna try one more. So we're not going to the hard stuff as yet or the difficult ones yet. We're keeping it simple for now. What if you had negative 9x, and that's equal to, say, negative 18? What would my answer be here? Negative 9x is equal to negative 18. Remember, I need the x by itself. That's what we're solving for, x. So go ahead, everybody. Those who have just joined the live, thanks for coming in. Please like up the live. I'm a bit all right, I see some answers pulling in. I see Raymond Bless. I see Keisha. Waiting on Sushi. Tommy, where are you? Welcome, King. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Sushi's my babe. Thank you, Sushi. All right, so still waiting on your answers. What is X? Remember, we're trying to solve for X. And guys, please remember, if you have a son, a daughter, a brother, or a sister struggling with math, they can always join in. I will be putting some videos up soon, short videos like 3 minutes, 4 minutes with different topics. But you guys can put your comments in my video, when you watch the videos, of a topic that you guys need me to review. And then I'll go over those videos. I'll go over those topics, sorry. All right, so if there's a particular topic that you're struggling with at school, in university, I'm here. I can help in any way I can. Okay, OJ, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, Sushi. I appreciate you guys for coming in. All right, so any more answers? I want to see Raymond and Keisha. All right, we're gonna, Indian, where's your answer? All right, we're gonna get on with this one. All right, so it is -9 multiplied by x. Because remember, once you see a number attached to a variable, it means it's being multiplied by that variable, right? So -9 times x. So this is what it is saying, -9 times x. I use this dot in the middle to represent my multiplication sign. And so the opposite of multiplying would be dividing. So I need to divide both sides by what is attached to the x. And okay, so we are seeing a -9 here, and it's attached to the x, and I need this x by itself, right? Again, remember, I need the x by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to divide both sides by what I need to get rid of. Again, I need to get rid of -9, so I'm dividing both sides by -9. All right. Thank you, Sushi. I appreciate you, hon. All right. And so -9, so the negatives will cancel. The 9s will cancel. So what will remain on this side would be your x. And remember, it's equal. We're following the line. Negatives here again would cancel because negative divided by a negative, that's another rule. Again, negative divided by a negative is a positive. So your answer will be a positive number, right? And 18 divided by 9 is 2. And so x is equal to 2. Is there any question? Do you guys have any question? Did I miss anybody? Congrats, Keisha and Sushi and Raymond. Great job. Yeah, x is positive 2. And I realize that majority of my students make that problem in their tests or in school. I see them put in -2. They're not remembering all the oh Lord. So they're not remembering that the rule of algebra. And I want those who are in here and you're doing exam or you're about to do exam, remember the rules. If you're multiplying, negative times negative is going to be a positive answer. If you're multiplying a negative times a positive, it's going to be a negative answer, right? So if the signs are the same, so in this case, the signs are both negative. When you're multiplying it, it will have to be a positive number, right? And if the signs are different, it is going to be a negative answer. So these are some key points that you guys have to remember when you're doing an exam. If you want to make a jotting of it, you can, or you can rewatch the video. Thank you, Sushi. So again, we have to remember that negative times a negative, positive. Negative times positive is equal to negative. So this is why the answer for this particular problem is a positive, because we had the same signs, and same signs will give us a positive answer. All right. Can I give you guys one more to do? And then we can go step it up a little bit more. If you have any question, guys, you can please to type it in the chat. If there's a particular problem that you guys want me to try or to do, you just need to type it in the chat. All right, so let us try this one. So we have, should I step it up a bit or should I give you guys one? Do you guys want me to step it up a notch more, or you want me to give you one of those to try? I know 2 persons in here have CXC soon. So you guys have the floor. If you want me to give you one to try, you can let me know. Or if you want me to step it up a little bit, do a little bit more challenging one, I can do that as well. Do a next one? All right. All right, so let us see if you guys did get this though. Negative 8x is equal to 16. What's your answer? I need you to be typing this one fast so I can know if you guys got it. We need x by itself. So in these problems, you're going to see on your exam paper, solve for x or solve the following. And once they say solve the following, it means you need that variable by itself. All right. The variable again, it is a letter. It can be any letter in the alphabet. So once they ask you to solve, it means you need that variable by itself. Thank you, Sushi, for your answer. Ray, mind you cheating off a Sushi, you know. Anybody else? I believe that, Sushi. All right. So yes, let us check now to see if you guys don't feel bad. Let's check now to see if you guys are correct. So it's negative 8 and it's being multiplied by x. Again, you're going to do the opposite of multiplying, and the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we know we're going to be dividing. What are we going to be dividing by? Of course, we're going to be dividing by whatever is attached to the variable. So in this case, negative 8 is attached to the x. And so we have to get rid of negative 8. Everybody's following me? So we have to get rid of negative 8. And so negatives cancel, 8s cancel. And what is remaining is your x. And we're going to be saying this now. Positive 16 divided by a negative 8 is, of course, it's going to be a negative answer. Because the rule says once you have a positive and it's being divided by a negative, positive and negative is 2 different signs. 2 different signs means your answer is going to be negative. All right? So that's a positive, that's a negative. So your answer will have to be negative. 16 divided by 8 is 2. And so yes, Sushi, yes, Raymond, yes, Indian, you guys are all correct. Great job. All right, so we're going to step it up now. Are we excited about algebra? Thank you, Keisha. Yes, negative 2. Is it that you're logging, Keisha? You want to close it and come back in? All right, we're going to step it up a little bit more, and I hope I don't lose anybody. Again, you can feel free to stop me, or you can ask me to repeat or to redo another one. All right, I'm going to go back to something simple. So 2x plus 5 is equal to, I don't want to give you guys, to 15. 2x plus 5 is equal to 15. And I know that on the exam, like on CXC, or even persons here who are doing EOC, these are simple algebra that the examiner is expecting you guys to know. Are those persons who are just going to do GED, these are simple questions that they expect everybody to know. Again, remember we're solving for x, right? So I want somebody to tell me what's the first thing we're going to do. Or let me explain this one and then I'll throw the questions out. Sushi, behave yourself. All right, so all right, so the first thing we're gonna do, guys, we're looking at what we have to get rid of. So I'm gonna give you a real life example here to explain this problem. Indian, are you here? Indian, are you still here? Indian British? I don't want you to miss this explanation. All right, look at this. We have 2x plus 5 and it's equal to 15. What do we do first? I see several of my students, they come and they start dividing by 2 first. And that's a no-no, right? What is the explanation behind this algebra? Think of it this way. This is you and your spouse, right? You guys are attached by marriage. Again, you guys are attached by marriage, but you guys are wealthy. And because you're wealthy, you live in this big mansion. Are you seeing that mansion right there? I'm not a good drawer, sorry. So you're living in that big mansion right there. So you know what money people has to do? Once you have money and you're wealthy, so you and your husband, you are wealthy, you're joined in marriage. So because you're married, you're being multiplied. Now, you have to order a bodyguard, right? You have to have a bodyguard to watch your house. Isn't that so? So we have this bodyguard outside your house watching your house. Can we just go straight into the house and divide by 2 or get rid of one of your partner without going through the bodyguard? Yes or no? Can we just enter the house without passing the bodyguard at the front door? No, we can't, right? Because that bodyguard simplifies that he's there protecting you. In order to get rid of or come inside the house to get rid of one of you in the house, they have to pass through the bodyguard. And if you want to pass through the bodyguard, we have to get rid of the bodyguard first, right? And so that's why we have to get rid of this positive 5 first before we can go in here to get rid of something. So in this case, we're adding 5. And remember, once you're adding a number, the opposite of addition would be what? One of my bright sparks, please tell me. If I'm adding and I need to get rid of an addition, what do I do? Thank you, Indian. So we have to subtract. So we're going to subtract 5 on both sides because the rule of algebraic equations, anything you do to one side, you have to do it to the other. And so we subtract 5 on both sides. So this will get rid of our bodyguard. What is going to be remaining here would be 5 from 15 is 10. And we have our married couple right there. Now that we have the married couple, we can now go ahead and attack one of them, right? We can go ahead now and try to get rid of one of them. And how would we do that? Again, we have to look what is happening between the husband and the wife. The husband and the wife, they are being multiplied because they're joined. And in order to get rid of a multiplication, we have to do a division. So those are the rules. And so if we are dividing by one side, we have to do it to the other. So we're dividing both sides by 2 because we need what by itself? We need the x by itself, right? So we got rid of that partner. Only person that is left now is the x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And so x is equal to 5. Any questions? Do you guys have any questions for me? All right, who got this correct? Let us see. Raymond, could you tell me who got this correct? I think Sushi, yeah. So Sushi, you're on top of your game. Great job, Sushi. So yeah, Sushi says the answer was 5. Oh yes, oh God. Raymond, you cheat out Sushi. How did you get 5? But yes, Raymond said his answer is also 5. I think that's it. Nobody else got it correctly. Oh no. But do you guys got this? Do you guys understand what is happening here? Do you want me to do another one or you want to try one on your own? Do you guys want to try one on your own? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, all right, so here we go. I'm going to be giving you guys one. Oh, you want me to go over one more or you want to do one? Let me to understand you, Keisha. You want me to go over one more? Go over or you want me to do one? All right, so Raymond and British is saying try. I need to understand what Keisha wants me to do. If she wants to go over one more or she wants me to try one. All right, let's give you guys one and then we're going to go to... Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, Keisha. All right, so let us give you guys this one. And I don't want anybody to cry. You're going to try. I'm going to give you 2. Just going to give you guys 2. So number 1. 3x plus 5 is equal to... I don't want to give you guys one that's going to make you get a decimal. So we could have 11. Yeah. So 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. And I'm going to give you another one. All right. So those two, I want you guys to try them for me. And whichever you're going to give me the answer for, please to write number 1 equal what and number 2 equals what. So I know which one you're answering for. All right. So number 1 and number 2, I want your answers for both of them, please. Giving you guys 30 to 40 seconds. Alright, so I got number 1 answer from Raymond, Keisha, and Indian, and from British. Let us get number 2. So I'm going to give you guys 15 more seconds for number 2. Alright, let me go through number 1 while you guys are doing number 2. So number 1 says 3x. So I'm going to write it down here. 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. And we want to get x by itself. So again, we have to get rid of the bodyguard. And in order to get rid of the bodyguard, we look at what operation is happening here. We realize we're adding 5. Because remember, that's our couple. We have to get rid of the bodyguard first. And so this is an addition of 5. So we have to subtract 5 on both sides. And so we have only 3x remaining. And that's equal to what? 11. 5 from 11 gives us what? 6, right? And so we can go ahead now and take away what we want to get rid of. So in this case, we are multiplying 3 by the x. And so we know that we have to get rid of the 3. How do we get rid of the 3? By doing the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. And we're going to divide by what we want to get rid of, which is the 3. So we divide both sides by 3. 3's cancel. What is remaining is x, and x is now equal to 2. Because 6 divided by 3 is 2. Alright, so we got everybody's answer for number 2. We can go ahead and do that. Congrats, Raymond, Keisha, and British. Let us now go to number 2 and see what you guys, if you guys are correct. Alright, so for number 2, it's a little bit challenging, but it's the same concept, guys. We look at the bodyguard. We know that we have to get rid of the bodyguard first. And it's an subtraction, right? We're subtracting. So how do we get rid of a subtraction? We do the opposite of subtraction, which is addition. Remember, they go hand in hand. Subtraction and addition goes hand in hand. Anytime you see subtraction, you add. Anywhere you see addition, you subtract. So in this case, if we add 4 to this side, we have to add 4 to this side, right? And so the 4's cancel. And what is here? 18 plus 4 is 22. And so we say negative 2x is still remaining over this side. All right, what do we do now? We realize that we need to get rid of what? Negative 2. Negative 2 is being multiplied, right? So husband and wife, they're multiplied. So it's going to be negative 2 times x. Negative. Welcome, Jadans. Better late than never. Thank you for coming in. All right, so it's negative 2 times x. And if we want to get rid of the negative 2, because we need x by itself, right? All right, no problem, Sushi. I appreciate you, hon. All right, so if we have negative 2 times the x, and we need the x by itself, we now know that we have to divide, right? We're going to be dividing, because the opposite of multiplying is dividing. Okay, no problem. All right. So for negative 2, we're going to get rid of the negative 2 because remember, we need the x by itself. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. And so the negatives cancels, 2 cancels. What is left is x, right? Put back your equal sign. Now, positive divided by negative is a negative. So your answer will have to be a negative number. And so 22 divided by 2, 2 into 2 goes 1, 2 into 2 goes 1. And so x is equal to negative 11. Who got that? Who got negative 11? Let us see. Anybody? Again, remember, guys, x is equal to negative 11. Is there any question? Is there anybody wondering how I got in negative 11? Did you guys miss how I solved it? Again, remember, just repeating what I said earlier on. So Raymond, it was a negative, not positive. Keisha, it was negative. It is negative. So you guys have to remember the signs, all right? Okay, good. Got you. Yeah. So I'm gonna repeat just for those persons who never get it. So remember, again, guys, first thing, we have a house with the husband and wife. The bodyguard is on the outside. We have to get rid of the bodyguard. It's a negative. The opposite of negative that we're going to operate with now is positive. So if it's a negative 4, we're going to be adding 4 to both sides. So that 4 is gone. We add 4 to 18, we get 22, right? And we are left with negative 2x. Negative 2x. No, we need to get rid of the negative 2 because we need the x by itself. So we have to divide both sides by negative 2, right? And so positive 22 divided by negative 2 is going to give you a negative answer. 22 divided by 2 is 11. And so x is equal to 11. I feel like I should give you some more because our time is almost up. Let us give you guys some more to try or to practice. Jaden, where are you? All right, so here we go. I'm going to give you guys some more to do. All right. Remember, guys, if you are getting a fraction, it's okay because I'm kind of like making these problems out of my head. So we're going to have 4x plus 2 is equal to 24. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple to bring us to the end of the class. So I'm going to wait for your answers though. And number 2, I'm using color coding to make you guys not get mixed up with the questions. Negative 5x plus 10, and that's equal to, let us see what you're going to do with this one, negative 25. So negative 5x plus 10 is equal to negative 25. Let us see what you guys do with those. Should I add another one? Let me add another one. Oh, 7y minus 12 is equal to 23. So let me write this 2 a little bit better. So 7y minus 12 is equal to 23. All right, go ahead. Remember, we're solving for the unknown. Remember, you can ask me questions along the way. So if there's something that you're messing up or you're having issues with, you can type in the chat and I'll answer you. So 4x plus 2 is equal to 24. What is x? Remember the rules I say, you do the opposite. And remember, you have to get rid of the bodyguards first, guys. The bodyguards is what is attached to the number and the variable. So you have to get rid of positive 2 first, positive 10, negative 12. And then you can get on with the others. All right, British, coming in with our answer for number 1. Waiting on the others. I'm going to give you guys a minute. I'll give you guys a minute. All right. Okay, I see number 1 for 3 persons. You guys can move on to number 2 as soon as you're finished. I see some number 2 flowing in as well. Keisha, is that one for number 2? Let me know, please. Because I saw your number 1. So I guess that's number 2. Alright, still waiting on number 3, but I'm going to move on to number 1. And then I'm going to go straight into number 2 after, alright? To see if you guys are correct. Alright, so number 1 says 4x plus 2 is equal to 24. So let us go through that one quickly. 4x plus 2 is equal to 24. Remember, we have to get rid of some. Let me draw a line for you guys not to get confused. So the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to subtract 2 on both sides. And so in subtracting 2 on both sides, 2 minus 2 is 0, so that's gone. And we have here 24 minus 2 is going to give us 22. And this is going to be 4x. And now we're going to be doing what? We're multiplying here by x, right? 4 is multiplied by x. We need to get x by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 4. And so x is equal to 22 upon 4, or we can say 11 upon 2. All right. If you guys have, yes, Ray, she is, yeah. So yes, x is equal to 11 over 2. Those who had a decimal, let us work it into decimal. So it's going to be 5, and so let us work the decimal. Remember, we don't look at decimals before. So 2 into 11, 2, 5, 10, remaining 1, can't put a 0. So it's going to be, as our decimal, it's going to be x is equal to 5.5. I think it's Kim, British, British, and Raymond and Keisha. I think that was supposed to be 5.5, was it? I think that was 5.5 you should have had right there. Instead of 55, I think that's an error that you made. Probably a typo, right? So yeah, so all three of you guys would have gotten that correct. So British, Keisha, and Raymond. Great job, guys. So x is equal to 5.5. All right, so let's move on to number 2 to see if you guys got that one as well. Number 2 says negative 5x plus 10 is equal to negative 25. So let us see what you guys did with this one. So in this case, we're adding 10. So we're going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction, right? So we're going to subtract 10 on both sides. And so 10 minus 10 is 0. So that's gone. And that's equal to negative 25 plus negative 10. What is that? So you owe $25 and you owe $10. So in all, you're owing what? $35. Anybody got that? Everybody see how we got negative 35? So it's negative 25. That means you're owing. Remember, when you see a negative, it means you're owing. So you're owing $25 and you went back and you borrowed $10 more. So in all, you're owing $35, right? And remember, what is left here is negative 5x. What do I do at this point? At this point, we're going to be dividing, right? Why are we dividing? Because you're multiplying the x by negative 5. We need to get rid of this negative 5. So we're going to be dividing by negative 5 on both sides. And now we have the negatives canceling. We have our 5's canceling. And so what is remaining is our x, right? But look at this part of it. Negative divided by negative. Remember, negative divided by negative, we cancel. So it's going to be a positive answer. 5 into 35 goes what? 7 times. And so x is equal to 7 for number 2. Is there any questions for number 2? Yes, Keisha, it is 7. Do you guys have any questions though? Any questions so far? Everybody saw the steps and understood the steps that I took in order to solve for x? Raymond, you had negative 7. I think I know what you did, but remember that the negative and the negative, once same signs, your answer is going to be a positive. Once you're dividing by the same sign, your answer will be positive. Is there anybody else that got it? All right, so let us. All right. Thank you, British, for making your corrections. Keisha, do you get it? Do you understand? Yeah, negative divided by negative is positive. Oh, you never see it? Yeah, it was negative 25. All right, so let us look at your number 3, and then that will conclude today's lesson. I'm going to give you guys 2 for homework after though. Those 2 is going to be homework, and we're going to try to do this again tomorrow. So we have 7y minus 12 is equal to 23. What is my first step? What's the first step here? Can somebody type in the chat? What is my first step? What is it that I'm going to do first? Waiting. What is my first step, guys? Raymond? You have to get rid of the bodyguard. So what is the bodyguard doing? Remember, the bodyguard is what is attached to your variable and the number. So the bodyguard is being subtracted, right? Right. Right, Raymond. So it's a subtraction. So we have to do what now? Add. Thank you, British. So we have to add 12 to both sides. Good job. So negative 12 plus 12, that's 0. And what is left here is 7y. And that's equal to what? 23 plus 12 give us what? That's 5 and that's 3. So that's 35, right? So 7y is equal to 35. What do I do? Oh, welcome back, Sushi. So 7y is equal to 35. We need to get y by itself. Remember, what is happening here between these two? They are being multiplied by each other. And so in order to get rid of a multiply, we have to do the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. And so what we want to get rid of is a 7. So we're going to divide both sides by 7. So anything we want to get rid of, that's what we do the opposite of. And so the 7's cancel. And so y is now equal to 35 divided by 7, which is 5. And so y is equal to 5. Let me go back to see who got this. All right. So British, you got it. Raymond, you got this as well. All right. So great job, guys. And great trying for us. So Keisha got it as well. Great job, guys. So yes, your answer is 5. Please remember, if you did not get this and you need me to do a follow-up on this, you guys can type in the comment section and ensure that I go over this on tomorrow. If you guys got this and you have any other questions or problems that you're struggling with, type it also in the comment. Even when I'm off, you can go back to the comment section and in the comments and write whatever topic you have that you want to go over tomorrow. I am here to help. Please utilize the help, guys, if you need it. Thank you guys for joining in. Big up Raymond, big up Keisha, Sushi, British. Much love and appreciation, Sushi, for the shout out and sending, your ninjas over. Again, am I missing anybody? Tammy, thank you for coming in early on. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Jaden, I don't know where you went, but thanks for coming in. Oh, I'm trying to get through to see who. I'm not seeing everybody, but anyway, thank you again, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live. Remember to try to get some persons to come on to watch videos if you know anybody struggling. I am here. As tired as I am, I'm here to help if you guys need it. I will do a video. Even if I don't go live with it, I can just do a video with you guys and help you guys with whatever topic. All right. Pick up yourself, guys. Big up Sushi. Oh, okay. Got you, Sushi. Understand. Thank you, Mama. Love you. I appreciate the love. And Keisha, again, please join us tomorrow, okay? See you guys same time. I'm gonna try a little bit earlier tomorrow. Probably about 7 instead of 7:30. All right, guys. Much love and respect. Oh, sorry. The homework. Oh my God. That's so bad. I'm a terrible teacher, aren't I? All right, so let's give you guys the homework. Let's give you guys the homework. No, British. Here we go. All right, so since we were on that, since you're begging for homework, let me give you guys some homework. Oh, I like the color coding because it helps us to see. And good night, Sushi. They want their homework. I have to be given homework. So, all right. So there are 3 problems there. Please, to complete those for homework tomorrow, ensure you come in tomorrow. I'm going to try to set it for 7 o'clock, so you guys can come on in, type your answers in the chat, and so we can work them over tomorrow. All right? I'm giving you a minute to take them off. All right, I guess you guys would have had these now. See you guys tomorrow again. Remember, same time tomorrow. Looking forward to see you guys. British, did you get it? Oh, 7:30 is okay? All right, so yeah, probably 7:30. All right, Keisha, much love, darling. British, did you get it? I'm not seeing. Um, Raymond, did you get M as well? All right, guys. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, British. Have a good night, guys. What's wrong with